Hey everybody, today we're going to continue working on our Tamiya TT-02 Type SR kit, and we're going to be building the dampers today. And that's steps 24, 25, 26, and 27 on the next page. So as always, let's go ahead and look for all the parts that we need. I've kept most of them in the bag so you can see approximately where they are. Let's see, you do need to find these earrings, and these earrings were kind of in this bag right here. It's kind of odd that it's kind of just by itself, that it wasn't in this bag with the piston rods, but who knows. The O-rings are in this little bag right here. Those are the O-rings. And the oil seals are right here. And the kit does come with a bottle of the damp oil. This is going to be the stock 900 weight. That's what this is. So it tells you if you're going to be running a soft set of springs, medium set or hard set, these are the different oils that you can use to go with your dampers. Dampers are not my favorite thing to build. There's just something about waiting 20 minutes for the damper oil to air out all those bubbles, but that's best practice. I like to just keep building, but it is what it is. So let me adjust the camera, bring out a couple more things, and okay, we're going to be making 4 of these dampers. And each one of these dampers has its components on a tree like this. First thing you need to do is trim them off. So I got those plastic pieces right there. The caps and the damper body is on this tree. And the rod end is actually on this one right here. Again, they could have been all on the same, but who knows what Tamiya is thinking. Okay, so what it's asking us to do here on the first step of 24 is to put the O-rings into the bottom of the shock body, but at the same time it's asking you to kind of lubricate them. I'm going to do it here. I don't like handling the O-rings when they're wet. Greasy, so let's go back and make up with a little bit of oil there, and I'm going to throw on that cap. Now it's asking for these piston rods. Okay, all the earrings were in that bag. I found them. And now we're going to continue. Going to take this piston rod. And this is probably one of the hardest parts. I'm going to try to show that. First thing I do is kind of seat it. I seat it into the groove like so. And then I take a pair of needle nose pliers and I just squeeze. Maybe this angle is best. And when you're squeezing, you want to kind of tilt it this way. So if you do it this way, you're obstructing the E-ring from going into the groove. So you want to squeeze a little bit off so that the E-clip has room to go into the groove. And then it's asking for a piston, and the pistons are either 1 hole, 2 holes, or 3 holes, and that different holes accounts for the adjustment of the damping And as always, I'm just going to build a very neutral stance to begin with. So I'm going to go ahead and use the 2 holes. And if I need to make any adjustments, I will come back and rebuild them. Okay. I believe these are reversible, so it doesn't really matter which end you put it in. And then you're going to put the second C-clip. This one is even a little bit trickier than the first one. So you want to put it into place like that. And just gently squeeze, just like that. Okay, that's that. Now we're going to, before we slip it into the damper body, it's asking us to put some damper oil on the shaft. I'm going to pull it through. This kind of spin a little bit. Okay. Now I have my shock pliers. This is where these pliers are worth the money. I believe these are on Amazon for less than $20. Try to find it and leave a link in the description below. If you build any kits on any kind of regularity, this is definitely a good investment. And there you go. Doesn't feel like I need to use any special tools. All right, so there we go. And there's step 24. Let me go ahead and build the other 3, and we'll go. All right, now it's getting serious. The next step, step number 25, is actually to fill the dampers. So I took out my car stand here, and my car stand has these holes just for this purpose of holding the shocks while you work on them. And this process is real simple. Just make sure this is extended. And just going to go ahead and fill this up. Okay. I think it needs a little bit more. And see, I'm introducing bubbles into the shock, and we need to get those out. First thing you need to do is actually slowly work the piston up and down to push all the air bubbles out. All right. Go ahead and do another one. Fully extended. And we're just going to pour. Okay. Whoop. You want to see those bubbles because they're getting out of your shocks, dampers. All right, let's go ahead and do the other two. These shocks are really well made, by the way. Even though they're not the fanciest shocks, the plastic molding and the piston rod, very precise. The rod end was really easy to put together. Okay, I think I filled that one up a little too much. Simple solution. Just to dab it. Okay. All right. And this one. Okay. And now we wait. You want to wait at least 15-20 minutes. If you can wait half an hour, even better. Let those bubbles escape, and then we'll come. Okay. It's been about 20 minutes, and the next step is just as simple. We're just going to put the oil seal on here, and if there's a little bit of overflow, like you see right there, just going to take a paper towel and dab that away. And put the top on. You want to make sure the piston rod is all the way down. This one's definitely going to be overflowing. And make sure they're tight. Okay. And that's it. So let's bring the chassis over. All right, the final assembly of the dampers is to put on the springs and put it onto the car. So besides the spring, you're going to need this piece right here. Just going to trim that off. And this kit comes with the adjustment that uses the spacers. And the manual right now calls for number 6. I'll probably come back and change that out. Maybe change the shock fluid, damper fluid. I might change out the spring. It just depends depending on the performance. I have to test drive it before I make any changes. Put that together. I already put this one. And just press. If you don't want to use your hands, you can always use pliers. That works. It's all about the angle you put it in. It's easier if you turn the car over to try to do the bottom here. Just have to line it up. See if I can do this one by hand. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Alright, so I have the rest of the dampers on the chassis already. What I want to show you is these dampers that came with the TT-02 Type SR kit and the ones that come in a standard TT-02 kit. These are friction dampers. There's no oil in here. All it is basically a spring. And that's all the damping you're going to get. Whereas these oil-filled ones, it's a lot more consistent. And that's a big upgrade from the standard TT-02. So if performance handling is something you're looking for, the Type SR is definitely something you should consider. All right, I'm going to put this back on. But thanks for watching the video. If you learned anything, please comment below, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more. See you in the next one.